Alright troops, it's your man Chris Scullion from Tyrell Hack with another Gemhunter video, and today we are looking at International Tennis Open on the Philips CDI to see if we have a potential hidden gem here. Infogram, not in the game anymore, old French developer and publisher, but yeah, they no longer exist, so that's a shame. Here we go. Now the disc I've got for this, I got this when I got my CDI and it's scratched to hell. I've just not got around to playing it yet, so hopefully we manage to get through without any glitchery or disc skipping. It's not that exciting. Turn it down a bit. It seems like it's, looking at the sound levels here on my recording software, looks like it's really loud. English please. Well, Scottish really, but Jesus. Pro gamer always looks at the options. Okay, I don't really know what much of this means, but that's...
Choose one of these options.
Yeah, alright, I was. Okay. That was odd. Okay, let's start with a match. Does this maybe give the controls? Because I don't know.
International Tennis Open takes you to the highest levels of competitive tennis. From now on, you are Victor Player, a young competitor with a great future on the international circuit. Your ambition is to win the 3 major International Tennis Open.
Right, I get it. Victor Player at your service. Oh, I suppose the game's got a manual, doesn't it? I thought I was Victor Player. Why am I picking these idiots? Hold on, so I'm just getting the manual out to see.
Choose your opponent.
Takes about a month to speak. I was trying to see in the manual how to actually play this thing. Good old days of manuals, eh? Action button 1 and action button 2.
Use the stick to move the cursor from one active zone to another. Confirm your choice by pressing button 1.
Okay, right, we're good.
When the
Just
cursor is positioned on an active zone, even one that is not materialized, you will notice the cursor changes color.
Okay.
The info icon.
Julio Jimenez. Yeah, I don't like him. Oh, too late. Looks like... Does that mean that I'm him or I'm playing against him? I suppose I'm Victor Player, aren't I? So... Grass, please.
We've got a great exhibition match lined up for you today. It should give tennis fans some idea of the kind of shape Victor Player's in right now.
Victor Player's a terrible name.
A lot of players keep a good luck charm. With Jimenez, it's that bracelet. I wouldn't care to imagine what he'd do if he lost it.
What? Alright, I'm going to... This needs an iron brew. I'm sorry.
So the match is about to start with Player returning serve.
Oh wait, I'm still drinking. Okay. Oh. Okay, so I'm at the bottom.
Come 15 love.
does it seem to go the way you
30
aim?
love.
So it's not like a more modern tennis game where you hold the direction when you hit the ball and it goes in that direction. Like I want to go left here, and then left again. Oh. I'm used to more. It's going to take a wee
40
minute for me to get
love.
used to this. It's the same with most tennis games. I'm holding the direction to hit, but my guy's instantly moving in that direction, which means I'm kind of running away from the ball at the last minute. Wait a minute, is he just hitting it automatically? He is. I'm not even pressing a button. That's what that option was all about. Oh, I did that.
Game Jimenez.
Let the CDI's got no pause button. Ugh,
Jimenez,
how do I quit?
Time.
player to
Press all three
serve.
buttons. Right, options.
We'll take a break.
Well, this is not great. Right, quit that. Confirm.
Please confirm your choice.
Yep, I just did. I want to put manual controls on so that I'm actually in control of it instead of. I didn't realise that was just me just walking into the ball basically, and it was doing all the swinging for me. Oh, so manual moves literally means moving is manual, but the swings
Choose
aren't.
what
So I should have chosen fully manual. Right, sorry about that. Let's get going. Let's play Robert Garrett. Needless, shotless shot. I'm coming for you, Garrett. Put the babies to bed. This is about to get vicious. Right. Grass again, please.
Glad to have you with us for these pre-series matches. You tennis fans out there will be as interested as I am to know how Victor Player's shaping up.
Sit down, George.
This guy is as solid as a rock. Garrett doesn't know.
Okay, well that'll be where the scratches come into play then on the disc.
And Player has decided to return.
Fat Boy Slim doing the commentary. I won't hold this against it. This is, like I say, the disc I've got is scratched to hell. Okay, I'm definitely swinging, doing my own swings now.
15 love.
Oh. Animation's terrible.
30 love. $30.15.
See, I looked at the back of the box of this and thought this looks amazing because if you look at a still image of this, it's pretty impressive. I mean, it's so kind of digitised, kind of Mortal Kombat style. If Mortal Kombat was a tennis game, but
30 all.
yeah, it's pretty obviously. When you actually see it in action, it's similar to Caesar's Palace box. And if you look back through my past videos, I'll put a link at the end. I started a thing
40.
called the
Player's got
CDI
himself a break point here.
adventure, which I'm going to go back to eventually when I've got a bit more free time. And it was basically going through all the CDI games that I've got. And one of them was Caesar's Palace box, and
that a great
it
volley or
similarly
what?
to this looks great in still images, but when it actually moves, the animation is
40
horrendous.
all.
I'll put a link to that at the end. Yes. Come on, Vic.
Advantage player.
And it,
Ah,
Deuce.
what the deuce.
oh, what a terrific volley.
Advantage
Come on, we've got
Garrett.
this. Got this punk.
Dame Garrett.
Okay, let's try a tournament to see if there's any more than just normal matches, because I saw there's a tournament in the options.
Garrett made
Why is
some
he-
very uncharacteristic errors in that game.
Take his top off every 2 seconds.
Time.
Right. Options.
We'll take a break right now. Be back in a couple minutes.
Please.
Like one of the options is quit and watch the end of the match, as if I'm just going to sit and watch a AI controlled Victor player getting gubbed by the shirtless wonder. Right, tournament. Oh, well, London will just be grass again, so let's do New York.
Advantage player.
It's the same thing you showed at the start. I'll remember that moustache
Game winner match player.
there. Just in case you forgot it was New York. Here's a stock image of the Statue of Liberty. Play ball.
And welcome to the Big Apple, where the next event in the International
Oh, Trade
Tennis
Center.
Open is about to get started.
Need to
If
patch this.
atmosphere has anything to do with it, this promises to be quite a tennis tournament.
Oh,
Let's take a few seconds while the players are getting warmed up to look at the quarterfinal matches. I think you'll agree that there are 1 or 2 surprising names in there.
yeah, especially Stevie Silhouette there in the second game. Or is that me?
Player.
Is that
We
Victor
don't know a
player?
heck of a lot about this guy. You could say he's the mystery man of the tournament. He's done enough to gain quite a following, but how ready is he for the kind of pressure he's up against?
Can we just... There we go.
In this quarterfinal, we can expect a fine match. Victor Player against Ullman. And believe me, this is one the fans don't want to miss.
We'll see about that. Come on, Vic. Ooh.
The-
Is that me? Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm getting the hang of it now. So the first button 1 does these kind of normal slow shots. Button 2 does faster, like straighter shots, like that. And it looks like if you press up or down while you're hitting it, you can do lobs and drop shots.
30 love.
When you're serving, you press a button and this thing moves in like a random direction and then disappears. So you got to press a button and press it again when you want to hit it. Oh, it didn't really work there. Oh, I've hit the net again.
That's a double fault.
Sake.
30, 15.
Yes.
40, 15.
You know, I'm not massively against this. This plays a game of tennis. And it's not
30,
necessarily
30.
broken. It seems to be the sort of game that with a bit of practice I could get quite good at. Because I do have, contrary to what I thought at the start, when I didn't realise it was on automatic controls, I do actually have decent control of the ball.
Player.
I mean, it looks weird. like in terms of.
A
Oh,
lot
look
of
at that
mistakes in that
erotic
game,
image.
especially from Ullman.
Big almond down in a bottle of Jake. Right,
Time.
come on. I mean, I'm not going to finish the whole game here because this is going to take far too long, but yeah. If there's any demand for it, I'll
15 love.
do a follow up to this showing what happens when you beat the game, because I'll probably spend a bit of time with this one. I'm sure you're all desperate to see Victor Player finally get his moment in the spotlight. I know I am.
30 love.
Ah, Vic.
40 love.
Victor Player doesn't even have a face, does he?
Game Ullman.
Oh, that's disappointing. Well, there we go. That's international.
Thomas Ullman
Tennis
wasn't
Open.
giving anything away in that game.
It's not bad. You know, for a tennis game of this era, I used to play loads of tennis games back then. Like basically whenever there's I used to. I always have loved sports games in general. That's my
15.
favourite genres are platformers, racing games, and sports games. So I've always played kind of tennis games for as long as I can remember, and games like Super Tennis and
30.
stuff. Probably just before was before this time. Super Tennis is still one of the best tennis games. Obviously, you get the Smash Court tennis games by Namco, but as an attempt, I've seen a lot of attempts at realistic-looking tennis games. A lot of it's,
40.
one of the sports, because there's only two people on the screen at the same time. A lot of developers back in the day tried to kind of get really realistic-looking tennis games, and they ended up playing horribly.
Game
This plays
Ullman.
okay. Definitely not the best tennis game I've ever played, nowhere near it, but
He's done it. Ullman makes the break.
Time.
I'm not offended by this
Ullman
one.
gets ready to serve.
It's fine. I'm really not good at it. That's the only thing. I had to get used to
15 love.
basically standing right on the ball and pressing the button. I'm still used to it when you hold the direction to shoot it. Oh wait, a minute. Oh, wait, you can hold the button in advance. Oh, okay. If you stand where you want to go and just hold the button
He
down,
just killed that
your
ball
guy will
stone
stand in
dead.
place. See, I was moving and then pressing the
30
button.
love.
Like, hold the button, hold the direction down, then tap the button, but you actually hold the button down and then hold the direction, and your guy stands in place. This changes everything.
30 15.
Hope that made sense what I was saying there, but Vic! You're letting him get in your head, Vic.
15.
You're better than this. Oh, chase yourself, umpire.
Game Ullman.
There's no Hawkeye back then. Hawkeye the new. Right, I'll do this one game and then that'll be it. Ah, rubbish. Getting too cocky now.
Love 15. Love 30.
That kind of
Yes.
shot takes a lot of control, believe me.
Pick it out.
15 30.
It's the only tricky bit is when he does his really wide shots. It's your guy's too slow to get to him.
15, 40.
Yeah, it's game over. Ugh, it's not going to help.
Second service.
What? Ah, gubbed. Okay, well I'm not very good at it, but I can see what it's trying. Well, folks, believe it or not, we might have a gem here,
And that puts
on a
Omen
CDI
ahead.
no less. The system that allegedly has very few, if any, good games. I'm enjoying this. That's 20 minutes in, and I'm not really in a mood to stop playing it.
Thomas
Obviously, I
Omen
will
to serve.
because nobody enjoys watching someone play a tennis game for ages. But I'm going to stop recording and actually keep playing this, which to me is a sign
15,
of a pass in Gemhunter, because most of the time when I'm done with the game in Gemhunter, I'm done with it. In general, I'm not going to keep playing it. But in this case, I'm probably going to keep playing this and try and get better and try and
30,
give Victor Player that US major US honour he's trained all his life for. So yeah, look at that pinpoint.
Right on the line.
So yeah, that's International Tennis Open on the CDI.
30,
And I think this is
15.
the second time in Gemhunter history where we've got a gem. So yeah. So please do visit tarothack.com for all your gaming goodness. Subscribe and like on YouTube and do that kind of stuff. There's a load of other Gemhunter videos if you've stumbled upon this one and you like it.
15.
The vast majority of the games are not gems. That's kind of the nature of the beast. The whole point of Gemhunter is digging up old games that are kind of forgotten over time to see if they were maybe hidden gems, and naturally that means the majority aren't, because if they would have been, people would have remembered them. But games like this, CDI is a generally forgotten system anyway, so it is generally believed to have terrible games all around, so most people didn't really bother playing through its catalogue,
15.
which means you occasionally turn up things like this which actually are decent. Obviously it's no Virtua Tennis or anything like that, but I'm playing it. It controls well enough, which is more you can say for most tennis games of the era. I can do a drop shot here. Good. There you go. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you flip-flop very soon with another Gemhunter video. I've got another one I'm about to record for another CDI game that'll come up next week. But until then, thanks for watching, guys. Bye bye.